Okay, looks like we're live. Welcome to the Call of Cthulhu Saturday Night Games. So I should adjust this. This is our 12th game. This is the second session of the 12th game. So Call of Cthulhu Game 12, Session 2. And for anybody watching, if you're watching live right now and you missed last week, we'll catch you up in a minute here. If you're watching the recorded version later, I'm assuming that you know what's going on already because you're watching them in order. So let's see. Today is September the 27th, 2014. And with all that important stuff said, Patrick, do you want to give just a brief synopsis of what happened last week? You know, where the scenario is based, and just kind of a little bit about what happened to bring anybody up to date that haven't seen.
Sure. I would love to. Well, let's see here. So basically, this campaign is called the Yorkshire Horrors, and basically, our intrepid band of heroes received a mysterious letter from Sherlock Holmes, detailing that his brother is being charged with murder, even though Sherlock Holmes thinks that he did not do it. So as such, the investigators have got their belongings and went off to Yorkshire to involve themselves in this curious mystery. But things are stranger than they seem. And, yeah, I think that's about a good enough summary. I don't know, is there anything else?
Where did we, last week when we ended the session, where did we end? What happened?
Alright, so basically, everyone was turning into for a night. I believe it was Matthew, your character, decided to take a seat in Sherford's chair, Sherlock Holmes' older brother, not Mycroft, his other brother, and he heard what sounded like rats, thousands of rats running in the attic.
Were they in the walls?
They were above me, actually. But there is a rat hole in the wall by the bookcase.
Good to know.
Yes. I wonder what that could mean.
That's code for something.
Are we missing anybody? Or
it means there are rats in the mansion.
Are we missing everybody, or do we have everyone?
Yeah.
Missing anyone, I should have said. I don't think we
I think
are.
we're missing one.
Let's see, the email goes to Patrick, Matthew, Kevin, Corey, Aaron, and Steve. Aaron, I knew we were missing somebody. We were missing Aaron. Well, hopefully he's going to make it because there's people waiting in line.
Should we wait for him, or what?
No, but I do like to start these sessions with briefly everyone introducing their character name and saying, 10 or 15 seconds about their character, tell about their character.
Right.
So why don't we start with Corey, who's on my left.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
You're a little low, but we can hear you okay.
Okay. Like I said last week, my character's name is Frederick Wright. He is American from Brooklyn, and he moved to London about a year ago. That's all really that my character has right now. So.
Okay. Thanks. Kim, your character is next, ma'am.
All right, I am playing Lady Amelia Lethbridge Stewart, a maker of fine perfumes, and a chemist, an underappreciated chemist.
And arsonist.
Yes.
I think I speak for everyone watching, for the tens of millions of people watching right now.
Yeah.
When I say that we all appreciate Steve doing that faux goatee.
Well, apparently my beardlessness was making my GM uncomfortable.
You're freaking him out, man.
Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
Without a beard. This mass hysteria.
It's unnatural.
All right.
There's some things man was not meant to be.
Next up on our list is Matthew, your character. For
my
a second, I thought that said Rudyard dumbass. But it does not say that. Sorry.
Rudyard Homebass is a denizen of.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
He lives in London. About a year ago is when, for him, his life started. He is an amnesiac. He has, partly in search of who he was, he has joined an occult society that Lady Lethbridge has founded to investigate things. Yeah.
That amnesia is fascinating part of his character. That's interesting.
Wait till you...
It's what you call a GM favor. It lets them do
Oh,
it.
yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
G-
Mike, if you could just see what I have planned.
Yes, the GM broom handle.
Oh, God.
You know what? It's not dirty because I said it. It's dirty because you thought it.
Yeah. You know, you're going to blame me. Thought what, Steve? What, I was just thinking of that I have to swing tomorrow. What did you think I was thinking about?
I don't know what you were thinking about.
Okay, Kevin.
Right. Julian Ashenvale is a fairly somewhat thin guy, pretty tall, well-educated, sometimes or involve himself with detective cases to keep his mind sharp, likes to do traveling and research, and yeah, he also speaks with my horrible attempt at a London accent.
No, we love it. All right, Steve.
Well, I'm playing Tad. He's more of street tough than anything. He used to run with the gangs, but now he's like in high society, right? So he carries around cards for Lady Lethbridge, and I miss my friend. He's gone. He hasn't come back. So, what else? For the most part, Tad's just a street punk. Who
likes knives.
What's that?
Who likes knives?
Yes. Because knives don't blow up in your hand. You know, he's just got a thing about that.
All right. Well,
And if I have my way with them.
I don't know where Aaron is, but we'll go ahead and start. So, here, take it away.
Yeah. Gladly, Mike. One question I had before starting is, Corey, you said your character is an American PI, right?
Yes.
Is he a Pinkerton, or is he just like another independent agency?
Independent.
Yeah, just wanted to clarify that for my own.
Oh, Patrick, who was Aaron's character?
Aaron's character was Giuseppe. He was, let me see here, an Italian electrician, inventor, who was working in London to help try to make a new kind of power source, if I remember correctly. It ended badly, and he moved to America and then moved back under personal circumstances.
All right, guys, here's what we're going to do. We're going to slap a red shirt on Aaron's character.
Oh,
and consider him a NPC. If someone needs to go first down a scary hallway or something, you know, feel free to nominate Aaron for the evening. So
Also known as a cat minesweeper.
Mm-hmm.
Always lovely. Yeah, alright. Also, I have a prologue.
It's a lot more fun than pretending he's like home sleeping or something for the session. It's more fun to.
One moment. I have a prologue. Do you want to read it, Mike, or should I read it? Because it's on the Facebook message board.
Oh, I don't care. I'll read it. That's fine.
All right. I just want to make you feel like you're included with us, you know?
No, I really appreciate that. I really do. From Patrick, tonight's game prologue. The game has begun and moves have been made, yet new pieces enter, replacing old ones. Vengeful enemies sit in the shadows plotting, influencing and carrying out orders of their master. The clock is ticking, and this game still shows no victor, only strategies made. With things yet uncertain and the Empire's greatest son afoot with his allies, they make their way forward to what they must see. What's this next sentence? But yet, do they want to? Oh, okay. The game is afoot, my friends. So, there we go.
The game is very much afoot.
But hold on, it's a game though. It can't be afoot.
Is it your door
Could
is
be a
a
hand, but never a foot.
your door is ajar? Is it
It's
a door or is it a jar?
how could it be a jar?
That joke's even older than me.
Dirt's still funny, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Patrick.
All right. So basically, I would say that basically after the rats incident, it mostly was very uneventful for the night, and it's morning now. So most of you have gotten a good night's sleep. Mr. Hideaway was, probably scared out of his mind or managed to fall asleep. Anyways, regardless, I don't know. Anyways, it's morning now. So day 2 of investigation, and it is March 24th.
Was I able to get a little bit of sleep after that, or no?
Yeah, it was only for a few moments, so it wasn't like all night.
Right.
So it really depends on, do you think your character would be afraid, or...
Curious. Because it seems completely inexplicable.
Very well, so we'll chalk it up to curiosity and say that he fell asleep, wondering about what he heard. I can roll with that.
As you said, thousands, and that's more than I don't know. First thing we've got to do is go up into that attic and figure out what's going on.
So I believe Corey and I were still at the inn.
Yeah.
Yes, you were.
So nothing happened during the night?
No, pretty much you guys had a good night rest. The morning drunks made their way home, stumbling on the street. So the bar, they're basically cleaning up at the bar and, just ready to take your orders if you guys are hungry.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, my character is getting hungry, so...
Yeah. So it's a pretty quiet morning.
So I ask, what kind of what do you have available to eat today?
Ooh, let's see here. She mentions some soup. She did have some soups that that they have for customers at the moment. Would you like a soup?
Spam and eggs. Spam and bacon.
I don't like spam.
Ooh, I'll have yours then.
Yeah, I'll just take the soup then. That's what I heard. So that's what my character will eat.
You get a surprisingly decent beef stew.
That's good.
But there's no opium in it, darn it.
Not till later.
Opium,
Yeah.
the 5th food group.
So I'll just have the bloody eggs. The bloody eggs, the bloody bacon, and the bloody toast.
That could be arranged. So yeah, you can probably get that as well.
And charge it to the manor, yeah.
Basically, you're living on Sherford's account since you're his guests, and since due to there not being enough rooms for you at his estate, he's basically accepting the fees.
Right.
As long as I'm not paying, it's fine by me.
All right. So we go through our morning routine, and then we'll head back up to the mansion. Is there transportation waiting for us at all, or we just gotta leg it up there?
I'm afraid you don't have to leg it up there because Graves took you down there, but he lives at the mansion, so he's so sadly you would probably have to walk up there. And since this is a very small town, there wouldn't be any cabbies available for hire.
That's okay.
This is just more proof that he's evil.
Well, we should check the church and see if there was any kind of any commotion or anything like that, because there might have been something we've seen that there might not have been in the dark. So
you want to check out the local church?
yeah, just to check, because we might have missed something during the nighttime. So
Alrighty, here. Let me get out my notes here so I can give you everything. What is it? What else?
You want to play that 70s soundtrack now? Here we go.
Yeah, sorry, this is a very big campaign, so I took a lot of notes. I'm sorry.
That's right. It gives me opportunities to do things like this. I don't know why I had to do that.
I ain't complaining. So there is a church in town. It is a Protestant church. One sec. I'm sorry, I'm having a bit of trouble.
That's all right. We're not in a hurry, buddy.
Too much pressure.
That's right. It's not like you had all week to prepare,
He does go to school. Poor guy.
Lol.
Oh, now be nice to the Time Lord.
Hey. Be nice to mittens.
Alright, so
you.
there we go. Thank God. Okay. So there is it's in North Allerton. It's the main church. It is one second, let me get out the name. It's actually not too far from the inn you were staying at. It's the inn you were staying at. It's called the Red Rooster Inn, and the church is just a little ways off, and it's a very nice church. It's the Anglican church, and it's run by Father James Sutton.
What's the name of the church?
It's an Anglican church. It's just they call it the Anglican Church.
Okay.
Of North Allerton.
Because on one of the maps that you sent us, there's a church listed, and I don't know if we're supposed to see that or not.
No, you're supposed to see that.
Okay.
It's a good old
Okay.
scene.
Yeah. He's there. He's just doing his priestly duties in the morning. Mass will probably be in 2-3 hours.
okay. No, I just thought that we could just check in if there any of the action, because we must have missed something last night, because weren't we by the church the night before?
Yeah, but it was currently at the moment unoccupied because the priest turned in for the night. So basically, it was deserted.
Right.
Okay.
We didn't get a chance to talk to the priest at all last night either, did we?
No, he wasn't there at all. You guys came very late at night, and he was away.
Right. So is he there now?
Yeah, he is. He's doing his duties. It should be his priest. His mass should be in 3 hours. But you can talk to him.
Okay.
Okay, we should do that then. Or that's what I'll do.
Yeah. So basically, he's a very genial man. He's in his early 50s, and yeah, he's quite happy to see you approaching. And he says, "Greetings, my sons. I do not think I've seen you here. What brings you to my church?"
No, we're new in town, Governor. So we're friends of the guy in the manor, you know. So we got some questions.
Yeah, we do.
What kind of questions?
Well, I'm kind of wondering. Have you ever? Do you get some of the different servants coming down to church down here?
Servant? I assume you mean for Mr. Holmes's house, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
On occasion, we do get them.
Have you ever seen? Oh, I'm sorry, Patrick. I should have written the names down. The major domo and the guy who hung out with him all the time.
Major Domo, I think, I don't know, that was the butler was Graves. Major Domo would be Stark?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. And he had a buddy that he was always hanging around with.
Fishman.
He's the man who's murdered in this case.
Right.
Yeah.
So, have you ever seen Mr. Fishman and Mr. Stark in your parish?
He does. Basically, he says that he doesn't know Stark. At least he doesn't think so, because he might have met him personally, but he can't remember. But he does know Fishman.
Oh.
He says that Fishman was actually buried in their cemetery.
Hmm.
Oh, he's buried
Interesting.
quite recently then.
He says yes. Nasty incident that happened at Holmes Manor.
Could you point out the gravestone to us?
Are you here to pay your respects? I'm assuming then.
Yeah.
Of course.
Then right this way.
As far as you know.
Okay.
Well, I think I know what we're doing tonight then.
Or there's a little bit of grave robbing in the future. Oh yeah. Because that always goes well.
Doesn't it?
This will end in good.
There is good money to be found in grave robbing.
All right, so we go out the back to look at the.
Well, I follow.
Yeah. So basically, he leads you out into his cemetery. It's located like a few feet away from the church. It has most of the residents who lived in the town. There, and you find his grave. It's marked Fishbean, and it's recently made. It's a recently made grave.
So on some graves, they they tell where they were born and all this kind of stuff. Is there anything of that nature on this gravestone?
No, it just says Fishbean and the date he was born and date he died.
Okay. So how old was he roughly?
In his 40s.
Okay. All right. Thanks very much, Gov. We appreciate it. Do you mind if we have a moment of quiet introspection?
By all means. I shall be attending my duties. Feel free to attend Mass.
Of course, Gov. Of course, Gov.
Yeah.
Basically, he walks away into the church and leaves you to your devices.
So,
So, Tad, what did you want to do now, or will it then?
Well, I'm quite happy to come back later tonight
Yeah, let's go back later tonight.
But for a moment, let's have a little look around, see who can see what's going on in the graveyard. So have a quick look around, Patrick. Are there any houses that have windows that back onto the graveyard or any of that stuff, or is it pretty secluded?
It's the church is a bit like on the outskirts of town from the inn, but it's still a bit inside, and the graveyard is more toward like kind of the right corner, and like pushed a little bit to the side, and it's a bit skewed by the church, but half of it can probably be seen from the town.
Okay.
All right. So where the grave is, would we be doing it in full view of everybody, or are there things blocking line of sight?
If you were to do that, you could probably get away with it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Not
You
in
know we're
data.
here tonight, so.
Okay. So let's head back up to the mansion.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So we'll head back. Actually, we'll head. So, just a point of note, Patrick. Do we know about this Church of? The heck was it?
That would be the Starry Wisdom.
Yeah, Church of Starry Wisdom. That's close to Mycroft Manor.
You basically know that it's there, but you don't know any information about it.
Okay, so let's go back in and ask the priest about it. See what he says.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's a good idea.
Basically, the priest actually says that it's an old Catholic church.
And
he basically said, sorry, what? Sorry,
go
what?
ahead. I was just going to ask, does he know how long it's been around and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, basically it says it's very old, but it was recently abandoned. Well, not recently, but it's been abandoned for like 50 years or so now.
Why was it abandoned? Just it didn't have the congregation?
Of
course, just
basically,
keep in mind that Tad would not use a word like congregation.
Yes. Basically, he states that it was because of God's will that he basically said that the church was blasphemous, and that he sent his basically creatures to drive out the like occupants, and yeah, basically it was abandoned for that reason.
What?
That started to sound almost like a crusade, didn't it?
Well,
That doesn't sound good at all.
That's what the priest says. That's what the priest says. He basically, when you ask him, he basically says that it was it was a blasphemous church. The devil sent his minions, and God, or God sent his minions, and kind of tormented the church.
How long ago was this?
50, 60 years.
Okay, all right. And he sent what kind of minions? Like,
All right. Well, basically, he actually has a story about like the church.
right?
Basically, it's about a woman named Brompton, a former Roman Catholic who left the parish at St. John's before it was declassified and abandoned. Or sorry, Church of Starry Wisdom, as it was also known. The testimony is rambling. Basically rambles on. Basically says that basically a priest kept reading the sermons, and tiny furry rodents attacked the worshippers.
Interesting.
They with human heads who ran across the rafters and squeaked blasphemies during services, especially during the Holy Eucharist. And basically the priest said it was God's, test to them. They still got bitten as hell. But then the woman left and basically joined up with this church and announced being a Catholic and became an Anglican.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm glad we came back and asked.
Yeah, that's a good way to ask.
Guys? All right. So
If
let's
you
head back
consider-
up to the manor.
If
Yeah,
you
let's
consider
go.
the history of the Anglican Church and the Catholic Church, this is all completely reasonable.
Yes. All right. So let's head back up to the manor with our jolly little story.
Yeah, let's go up there.
So
Quickly,
while
towards
they're
the
traveling, sorry.
I said quickly, towards the danger.
Ah, yes. So while they're walking to the manor, what are you guys doing at the manor?
Are we gonna go up to the attic?
Well, eventually, breakfast and a mid-morning nap.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Yeah. Holmes's older brother Sherford will not does not eat breakfast at normal times. He has a very odd eating habits. So if you ask Miss Hooper, the cook, she will gladly make you guys breakfast.
Thank you.
So
Please, super.
she'll make you probably some simple, cooked bacon and some, nice toast and bread and, coffee or tea if you desire.
Poppy seed muffins.
Some rashers.
Crumpets from India.
So you guys have your breakfast and there's some that's fairly peaceful.
But yes, over breakfast, I'm not sure. I believe I was awake last night. I endeavored to stay awake in the chair in the library, but while I was there, it was late in the night, and I heard a multitude of rodents in the ceiling above, which would be the attic area, I guess. Again, there were so many, it's hard for me to believe that it was real, but I usually can tell whether I'm asleep or awake, and I do believe I was awake.
I see.
Plus, there was this guy on the moon watching the Earth.
So, the rest of us had a perfectly peaceful night, right?
If anybody,
I endeavored to stay up all night to listen.
yes, he was the only one that chose to stay up a bit for the night, so he was the only one that heard it.
I was going to stay up all night just to see if I killed somebody.
You didn't tell us that part of the plan.
Well, I said to see if the same thing that happened to our host happened to me. And
That would be a weird curse on a chair.
I'm not assuming that he had killed somebody. That I did misspeak. But if I woke up next to somebody dead, or
I don't think it would be a chair curse. I think it'd be more of a butt curse.
or a room curse.
Yeah.
That would be a cursed butt, for sure.
A cursed butt.
I did
The case
everything
of
I
the cursed butt.
I did everything I could to reenact his night.
Except the massive opium. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Much to my chagrin.
Yes.
Though I did hear the rats, so that's maybe.
That's so maybe you had enough opium.
Yes.
I believe that perhaps it would behoove us to reconvene with our friends who stayed in the village and compare notes on all we have gathered thus far.
Good plan.
It's a wonderful idea. Well, let's get on it.
Actually, Steve and Corey, your guys are not characters are not there yet.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, sounds good.
So sorry.
Can we send Graves to go get them?
Graves will probably be performing his duties and will not be able to at the moment.
And one of us
let's send Stark to get them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or could one of us borrow the carriage and drive it down there to get them?
If you ask Graves, he could probably prepare it for you.
As soon as his duties are done, yes.
Yes.
Duty.
Yes.
Notice how I'm the only one not laughing.
Yes.
You are the most mature among us.
That statement has more irony than you know.
I bet.
Anyways, so what are you guys doing in the mansion?
Well, I'm gonna try asking this again. Has any of us talked to Stark yet?
Stark should be actually, home. He should be, he's probably performing his duties as well, but he's at the manor with the rest of the servants working, so you can probably talk to him if you want.
Last week, somebody spoke to Stark while somebody else got into Stark's locker and found the evil book that they left there.
That was me.
Okay.
Yeah, once we've all compared notes, we might need to do that a second time because I might be able to have a shot at figuring out what that was. But
so nobody
we can get
present
everyone
has
looking.
spoken to Stark. And Lady Lethbridge talked to the damsel.
I did. And we got nothing.
Who shall henceforth be known as Sacrifice Number 3. Just saying.
Oh, I think that's being entirely too optimistic. I think she's at least in the triple digits.
May I remind you that you have the entire mansion to explore?
Okay, well. So once our compatriots get here, let's go exploring.
So, basically, you guys are gonna wait for Steve and Corey.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna basically wait for your members of the party. All right. So going back to Steve and Corey, as you guys are kind of making your way to the house, while you're still in town, you're kind of reaching the end. A beggar, kind of standing on a corner, waves at you guys, and he basically yells out, "How goes the investigation, lads?" And then basically calls you the characters both by name. He then stands up, winks at you, and then runs off.
Okay.
And where was
that's
this?
Really weird.
I can't turn my head anymore.
What? Where was this?
In town, in North Allerton.
Okay. So.
Okay.
So he said, "Hey, how goes the investigation?" Called them by name, jumped up, winked, and ran off.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is he? Like, could I?
Oh, he's already out of sight. He somehow managed to get out of your vision.
That's right. By turning invisible.
He's a fairy.
Yeah.
Turning into air molecules.
I wonder who could that be.
Yes.
The
So,
wicked fae.
is it anyone that we've seen at the mansion?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And and we've never seen this guy before.
Not personally.
Okay. What does that mean?
It means you may have seen this picture once or twice.
Okay. Do we know what the picture was?
Are you asking or telling me?
Well, okay. You're saying that we've seen this guy before, but you're saying in a picture. But do we recall who or what?
Alright, I'm just gonna blurt it out. From what you can gather, after looking closer at him, he appear to be none other than Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought he was busy.
So did
Yeah.
I.
Me too.
Okay. So Are we totally redundant at this point? All right, so I'll turn. I'm like, okay, we gotta get back to the mansion then.
Yeah, we have to go really fast just because this is just so weird.
So, okay, so we'll head up the road then, Patrick.
Alright, so you guys pretty make it out without any problems. Yeah, so you guys all regroup at the Mycroft Manor.
Mhm.
And yeah.
Okay, so we'll knock on the door and have the major domo show us to where everybody else is.
Yeah, so Alfred will gladly show you guys to, to the rest of the party. And you guys will probably be meeting in the game room or the parlor.
What's more secure? Would it be
The
the
game room
parlor
is
or-
probably more interior. It probably has like only one window.
Yeah, let's go to the game room just in case somebody might try and
Is this game
Try
is
and
in
spy on
hunting
us.
or game is in ping pong?
Game as in pool table.
Billiards.
Billiards.
Snooker. There we go.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. That's where I'm gonna head.
Morning, Miss Lethbridge Stewart.
Oh, good morning, dear.
Yes.
Lovely.
Frederick kind of snores, but he doesn't snore as much as Captain Peter, so it's okay.
Oh, very well. And you
so-
well hands, I hope.
Yeah, she also doesn't have as busy hands. So,
Oh, lovely.
we found out a couple of interesting things, and Mr. Sherlock's around. I don't think we need to be here,
Oh,
but he done paid us, so we gotta stay. Is that how this honor thing works?
yes, I'm afraid so.
Well,
Show up.
do you want to tell what we found out, Frederick?
Yeah, a lot of the Catholic Church, and there's rats, like the furry things. That's really all I can gather. All I heard was crazy rats.
Yeah, so there's a church that's right close to the Lord's manor here, and about 50 years ago, they had an uprising of little furries who showed up in the church and decided we're gonna be biting your asses, and they chased everyone out. And because they were heathen scumbags, I guess that was okay.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yes. So, and in other news, and I'll look around, we know where Mr. Fishbreath's grave is, so we can go and give a little visit tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
Visit
delightful.
tonight.
Lovely. I entrust you will do a fine job with that, dear.
Yes.
Well, me?
We will.
Well,
Or
what
I
about
will
him?
make sure I do a good job.
And
All
dirty my gloves? Oh,
Well,
for shame.
Gloves? Who needs gloves?
well, but other than that, we also found where that servant who done quit and moved into the village. We found out where he lives. We didn't go talk to him, but we figured we should maybe talk to him later.
Yeah,
Very good.
that sounds a good idea.
Excellent. Well done.
Thanks, Mum.
Alright, do we have any other leads at the moment?
Are you asking me or everyone in general?
The club group thing.
Okay.
We had on the list to talk to Constable Calvert at Scotland Yard.
He's a dick.
No, he was.
No,
Oh
he was
yes,
actually a good one.
the constable, the local constable was nice. The Scotland Yard guy was a.
Yeah, he was a total asshole.
But it wasn't Calvert the guy who actually invited us to come talk to him?
Yes.
Oh, that's right, Mum.
And don't forget, we did hear those rats in the attic, or I heard the rats in the attic.
What rats in the attic? Well, it's in this nice place.
Yeah, well, we did find the rat hole in the library, and
It's just a rat
Yeah.
hole, though.
I
yeah,
remember that.
but the number that it sounded like there were more than could be possibly be.
So you're saying you were tripping balls?
Maybe it was from the opium.
I'm not above. I'm just saying, I heard something.
I'm not above tripping balls, sir.
No, I'm not.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs. Smoke instead. Smoke and drink. That's much better.
That's right. So, yeah, our list of stuff to do is... what else was on that list, Kim?
I had written down the dagger that killed the fish dude.
Right.
Was supposed to be similar to the one we found.
Yeah.
That's right. We need to break into the evidence lockup. Or at least talk to the constable. The constable may be nice enough just to let us look.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be nice if we ask him.
Yes.
5 tuppence, he'll take you around the back and let you look at whatever you want.
Let me check my purse.
All right. And anything else?
You guys still have a lot of the mansion left to explore.
Yeah, we need to explore
Yeah.
them. And
That's true.
Mycroft as well. We need to talk to Mycroft.
Right.
We haven't already done that, have we?
No, you guys have not contacted Mycroft yet. Holmes has given you the addresses where you could contact him, and so you may be able to send a telegram to him for more information or help if needed.
Right.
Okay.
Also, something that occurs to me is we should be talking to Mrs. Ooper to find out where she's getting this opium and, why she keeps putting it in Master Peter stew.
Oh, that reminds me. Was there opium in breakfast?
What?
Was there any opium in our breakfast this morning?
No.
Darn. Okay. Alright.
We can check the pantry.
Okay.
It's a special ingredient
the
only for
factory.
curry, apparently.
Makes the curry taste better.
Well, you don't really care if it tastes better, really.
There's your natural flavorings.
Yes, exactly. Well, it is a natural ingredient.
So it is. So it is.
Suppose you found anything during your searches yesterday, did you?
Say what?
During the searches yesterday, was anything of particular import found then? It would help to be able to consider all possible details.
Let me see.
Well, we done found a book, and I was told don't use it for bum wipe because it might be important.
Yeah, it could be
No.
important.
And there was some kind of curvy dagger thing.
Yeah, the Suex manuscript. That's what it's
Yeah,
called.
that's the one.
And then a dagger that was apparently clearly a ritual dagger.
It might help to have a moment or two to examine those at some point.
Yes.
Well, it is in a locker, so maybe we could get that dagger, check that dagger out again.
There's also some weird smudge marks on the wall that we figured out was chalk. And there was the red hole behind the bookcase. Go on, Steve. See?
I don't think that's everything.
Yeah, I think that's everything so far.
And the mouse hole
Yes.
without a rat.
Dreadful house with rats. Filthy things.
Filthy.
Sorry?
Right.
Yes.
So, is we gonna explore the attic?
Yeah, we could explore the attic.
That does seem like a rather sensible approach, yes.
You know, I remember Giuseppe saying he was desperate to go and look in the attic.
Yeah, I think you should let him check the attic out first, see if there is nothing gonna hurt us.
Yeah, I don't remember he said last night he wants to do it. So we should send him up by
He's
himself in front of us.
He's an attic aficionado.
Wonderful idea.
Bird.
Off you go. Off you go.
I get some every now and again, Mum.
Yes.
So you guys are all sending Giuseppe to go to the attic?
By himself. By Giuseppe.
Alright. So here's what happened.
You Giuseppe.
So the attic is very dingy and dusty, filled with cobwebs, dirt, and dozens of large crates. Only light filters through a small dirt-covered window on the east side of the house, and another west side window that's boarded up.
Okay.
Now, so it's a bit chilly at the moment, and he needs a source of light. So I would assume that you guys use a candle or a lantern.
Yeah, probably a lantern. Patrick?
Yeah?
I would think that he would wipe off the window there that's in the veranda.
That's what I was about to say. He probably wants to do that.
Right.
Yeah. So basically that would let more light in.
Before we get too far into the attic, we'll check for prints of rats on the floor.
And droppings too.
Droppings, good one. Good.
You don't find any trace of like rats on the floor. Like the floor looks completely dusty and normal.
Right.
With some movement here and there. With from Giuseppe or probably servants that clean the attic every now and then.
Right. So we'll try and as best as we can to go over where the den where that chair is, and see whether or not the dust there has been all disturbed and everything, or whether or not we just have a crazy person in our party.
You just have a crazy person in your party.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. If you go to like the place where you think you would have heard the rats from the study, you basically looks like most like everything else in the attic.
Okay. Significant look at our resident crazy person.
Well, hold on a sec. There's more to the attic that I haven't finished saying what's in there.
That's cool.
Behind our extremely large crate, separate from those containing everything else, there appears to be a piece of a gate.
Interesting.
Drawn, probably sentimental reasons. And there's also appears to be a large wagon.
A wagon in the attic?
Yes. It's deconstructed, like it's it's pieces and pieces, but it's all like what appears to be part of a large wagon.
And a piece of a gate, did you say?
Yes, like some pieces of a gate, but like metal pieces. But anyways, what I was gonna say behind, but well, on the wall where that stuff is, there appears to be some kind of chalk smudges as well.
Were they the same chalk smudges that we seen in where the rat hole was?
No, those were about 20 feet lower.
I know, but was it made from the same type
Yeah,
of
just
chalk?
looks like the same chalk.
Well, from what Giuseppe described, it's actually more intact a little bit.
Now, where is this? Where are these smudges?
It's located on the wall where the gate pieces are held.
Okay.
Giuseppe wants to open
Are
that
the
huge crate.
smudges intact enough to resemble any sort of particular shape?
Oddly enough, no. Sadly, it's more like a quarter. It's not even a half a circle, but it's like a curved line, and then basically some smudging in that line, and then maybe some on the outskirts here and there.
So maybe like a crescent moon?
Sorry,
So maybe like a crescent moon?
roughly, but more half of a crescent moon.
Okay.
I think Giuseppe really wants to open that huge crate.
Yeah, let's make him open the crate.
Alright. If you open the crate, you would probably find a few old clothing, some odds and ends of memorabilia, even a violin, even an old violin. You find an old violin as well.
Yes. Giuseppe wants to put on the pretty dress and play the violin.
Well, we should
Everybody has the right to be pretty every now and again.
Yeah.
We should tell Giuseppe to bring us the violin, and then we can maybe check if there's any engravings or carvings on the violin.
The violin has an inscription to Holmes, my son.
Well, that sounds like we should probably put it back then before we break it.
That is going to be worth so much money in 20 years. Somebody keep it.
Okay.
It was obviously abandoned.
Yes, nobody's been up there for a long time. Clearly, nobody wants this.
These are all valid arguments.
Does anyone want to give me a spot hidden?
Sure.
Yeah, I will.
My roll here. It is that, because, yeah, that's pretty decent.
Nope.
The dice thing going. I think I might have made it.
Alright. So, interestingly enough, you managed to find actually some traces of what appears to be prints in the dust. But it was basically like this dust is it's like a mist spot. Like basically where you've been looking around, it's either been dust, clean, dust, clean. This spot is dusted and it was not cleaned and has prints on it that resemble tiny hands.
Like tiny human hands?
Yes.
Define tiny.
Very tiny.
Like child-sized or like...
Child size, like the size of a dime, what?
The size of maybe, I don't know, 2 quarters?
Huh.
It's the underpants gnomes.
Well, this is rather peculiar. Come look at this.
Are you going up there to talk to Giuseppe? No.
Well, I mean, he was having to spot hidden roll, so I figured I had to kind of be up there to make the roll.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I go look at it and see what's. That's really interesting, though.
Governor, what makes a print like that?
Well, that certainly resembles a human hand.
Oh, someone's just buggering with us.
Yeah,
Though
someone's
the size
messing
is
with
awfully
us.
peculiar.
Maybe it's
Do you have anything that we can use to take an impression of the print?
Like how would you take an impression of the print?
Oh, geez, how did they do this back then? Well, not back then, obviously, but...
Well, it's a print in the dust, so you'd probably just end up having to do a trace of it.
Yeah, that'll probably be what we'll have to do.
Yeah, so you can probably get that.
Alright.
Whereabouts was the print, Patrick, in the attic?
In the corners, in the corner to be precise.
Okay, look around that corner. Do I find another rat hole?
In fact, you do.
Okay, so if someone's buggering with us, they're doing a good job, because I'm getting a little freaky. If there's, like, little people in the walls, that's, like...
One of the servants up here likes dolls.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah, it's...
So, sorry, I had to walk away for a bit. You guys found one or two other things up here? Something about a wagon, or?
Yeah.
That was a disassembled wagon, yeah.
Okay, chalk that up to what eccentric people put in their attic, I guess. Was there anything else?
Were you here when we found the violin?
No.
Okay. There was a huge crate, and when it was opened, we discovered clothing and an old violin that said, what was it? To Holmes, my son?
Yes.
So we figured it's been up here for a while. Nobody clearly wants it, so we can probably take possession of that.
Though, given that there are 3 Holmes brothers, that was kind of an imprecise message. Unless it was to their father.
Yeah, that could be.
Wouldn't it say your son?
Well, no. Like, if it was from the grandfather and given to the father, and then the father left it to them, but it'd be from the grandfather left the father.
Okay.
Well...
So what's the view out the window?
You actually can see a bit of the Church of Starry Wisdom. You can see probably like the bit of the roof. Across from the hills. The hills mostly block the view, but you could see a bit of it sticking out.
And that other window is boarded up. How long ago does that seem to have been?
Oh, who knows? Oh, it's been probably boarded up for I don't know, few years now.
Too long. Let's rip those boards down and see what's on the other side.
Yeah.
I should, yeah.
Giuseppe? If you'd be so good as to take those boards down.
Well, yeah, someone should at least.
I'm sorry, I missed something. So the board's in the attic?
There are boards. There's a boarded up window on the map of the attic.
Yeah.
Well, as long as it can be done quiet, I don't think that can be done quietly.
No. Just as prying open a box doesn't happen quietly.
Yeah, or even just tromping around up here.
That's true.
Yeah.
What's the worst that happens? They throw us out, and
Yeah. What? Yeah. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Well, so far, if you're worried about what you're doing up here, Surford probably won't care because he just assumes you're just investigating. So
We are.
he,
We
so
are.
yeah, that's what we're doing.
so what you're doing is, he probably wouldn't mind as much because this isn't it's not so harmful. So you could probably get away with it.
Well, somebody should help. I'm gonna pry open the boards in the window.
Well, basically you unplug it and it's just a kind of a broken window looking out toward the town, more or less.
Okay, and it is in fact a broken window, right?
Yeah, it's just a broken window. That's probably why they sealed it up.
Okay.
Maybe we should reseal it. No. I don't know. Should we reseal it or should we take out the rest of the glass? Make for a nice little escape route.
Yeah, let's take the rest of the glass off.
Carefully, dear. Don't cut
Yeah,
us.
carefully. Yeah, I don't want to cut myself, so I'm gonna carefully remove the glass.
We've kept the first aid to a minimum so far. Let's continue with that trend.
Yeah.
Alright. So now there's a nice breeze in the attic.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything else up here of note?
Just like the remnants of the chalk mark.
Yeah, I assumed I was hearing rats earlier, but now that I'm looking at this open window, I'm thinking probably bats.
It's not the only thing that's bats up here. Just saying. So, okay. All right. So let's look around at the house some more.
Around the house, so we should probably go to the Church of Starry Wisdom.
Yeah.
Check that out.
Or what about the
that we saw-
basement?
You can go there.
And then after all that, we still
Or
have.
Giuseppe can go there.
Or Giuseppe can go there.
Yes.
And after all that, we still have the book and the constable.
That's right.
I liked that constable, although I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
Yeah. We can. Where do you guys want to go next? Really, is what it comes down to. Because this is a Call of Cthulhu campaign, and we all have to go as a group to any single any single thing that we do. Otherwise, you end up dead. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah,
the
there's a-
basement next because presumably the servants and staff are staying out of our hair at this point.
Mm-hmm.
The more we can stay out of their way, probably the better, I'm thinking.
So the servants are probably doing their morning duties. So, if that's the case, you wanted to have a look at the knife and the book, right, Julian?
Yep.
Okay, so why don't we sneak you over there, crack open his chest, and make sure that no one else is gonna.
Or how we did it, like, remember last time we did it at nighttime and there was no one there, so how would we wait until, like, later in the evening when they're at their church meeting and then we can go in and get all that stuff?
That's not a
Well,
bad idea.
as for
this is
one
a
thing,
possibility.
they might use the book and the knife at the meetings.
But
True.
they didn't they didn't do it last time. So
I thought last time we had. I thought last time you guys had talked to them midday, and one of you guys had distracted Stark out in the halls or something.
no, that was really
Stark wasn't
nice.
there.
Actually, no, they were all mysteriously absent.
Yeah, so maybe they're mysteriously absent
Can't
again
distract anyone.
tonight.
Has anybody ever seen these people?
Officially, none of you guys have actually seen or talked to them.
Well, we can go over there and see if there's anybody in the area. Then I could possibly try and break in there again
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
if there's no one there. So
Okay,
Let's
Patrick.
see if there's anyone actually there first. Before we go looking for someone to distract.
Right. Okay, so Patrick,
Yeah.
we're gonna head over to the servants' quarters.
Yeah.
And if there's nobody in the one servants' quarters, the one where Stark and his minions stay, then Corey's gonna have a stab at picking the lock of Stark's footlocker.
Give me a look roll to see if there anyone's there at the moment.
Okay. So that's what, power times 3?
Yeah.
Who do you want it from?
Whoever's breaking into the lock.
Okay, Corey, that's you.
so what? POW times 3?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what I get.
Willpower. Oh.
Yeah, I think I got it.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So at the moment it's deserted. Most of the guys are, don't have their, have already done all their duties or got their breakfast in, and so basically it's pretty empty. So they won't be back here, at least hopefully, but until their next break or
Okay, so Tad will stand out in the hallway, keeping lookout, and you two can be in there.
And yeah.
All right.
So Julian can have a look at the book.
All right.
So, and to just a matter of rules here. The question: the program I'm using calculated luck at POW times 5. Is that
So
correct,
the
or
quick
is
start rules
or
last
3
time.
times 5? Did it change between editions, or it's not that important? But
The quick start rules I had also said times 5, but
Yeah, I think it's times 5. Yeah, sorry.
All right.
that means he made it by even more.
He made it
Right.
by
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, do you want to give me a lockpick roll?
Yeah, I'll do it right now. Let's see what'll happen. Yeah, I do it.
Nice.
Alright, so you pick the lock, pretty easily. So you open the crate, and it's just clothing.
How about Fishman's?
Fish bin still smells like fish. So the book and the dagger are gone.
Great.
That's
Vexing.
if they were ever there to begin with.
yeah. It could have been a figment of my imagination, but
That's right.
Pretty impressive figment.
I know.
All right. So let's not dwell on this too much. Let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, let's
Lock
get
that
out of
stupid
here.
back up.
Yeah, close the thing back up.
Let's go and make sure. Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm
I
tempted
close
to
it.
go to that church now.
Actually, we gotta keep exploring the house.
Yeah.
There's still a few places you haven't looked yet. I can give you a list if you so desire.
Sure.
Please.
Alrighty. Give me a second here. Basically there is Anything of note is the basement.
Mhm.
There is the greenhouse.
If so, I'm not good at looking for stuff, but I was hoping that somebody could distract the cook while somebody else looked in the pantry to see if there was any opium.
Well, you
I'm
could
fairly
distract
observant.
the
I could
cook.
probably do the searching.
Wait, but I missed
They-
the last part. What was this?
Oh, he's just talking about the kitchen. We haven't searched the kitchen. What
Oh yeah.
what other places have we not searched, Patrick?
The greenhouse. The basement. And also, you haven't really gone into the individual servants' rooms yet, like with Miss Hooper or Alfred or even, Lucinda's rooms. You guys really haven't been there.
Okay. And
Alfred's room might be interesting. Maybe we could find some interesting stuff there, because you never know. We could find something really good.
and as well, we didn't see anything from the local hires either. I mean, we only looked in. I'm losing it. We only looked in Stark's little footlocker. We didn't look in any of his little minions' footlockers. So there's a long list of stuff we haven't looked at. Where do you guys want to start?
Actually, that's a good point. The minion, they might have stashed the things in one of the minions' footlockers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a distinct possibility. Or he hid it.
Already in the room.
Or
Yeah,
they're
so-
using them.
So
And
actually,
maybe
outside, so we'll know if someone is coming, right?
Yeah.
actually, in that case, we can get two birds with one stone. While you try and keep picking the lock, I can glance around and see if they stashed it under a bed or something with a spot hidden check.
Sure.
Yeah. I'll try to open another one of those locks. How many should I try to unlock? I'll unlock one right now. So
There's 4 men. So 4 lockers.
Okay,
You want me to? Sorry.
yeah, I'll roll for it right now. See if I can unlock it.
Just roll once, and I'll just say that goes for all of them.
And I'll
No.
make I'll make a spot hidden to see if I can find if it's stashed elsewhere in the room or something.
All right.
Yeah, that misses mine by 12.
Yeah. So
I feel horribly.
So yeah, you guys don't, do well.
Well, maybe you should come back later. Maybe I have a better chance to unlock those
Right.
lockers.
Okay. So where do we go next? You want to do the basement? There's bound to be nobody down there.
Yeah, let's go to the basement. Nothing ever goes wrong in the basement.
Especially when we send Giuseppe first.
Giuseppe, our valiant hero.
That's correct. Also wearing a red shirt. Bye-bye, dude.
The red shirt.
Wait, I think we're in the next gen era. Shouldn't it be a gold shirt now?
No, sir. This is the first series. It's a red shirt.
All right.
We're in the 1870s. Or the 90s.
So, sorry, go ahead.
So,
So basically, you send Giuseppe down, with a light and stuff, and basically it's primarily a wine cellar. The entire basement is a wine cellar. So it's a flight of stairs. It's old and rotten, but safe enough to walk, and he makes it just fine. So basically, it's very well, cleaned. It's very well kept. It looks very, very stocked as well. There seems to be wines on racks. Enough for everyone to remove a bottle if so desires. Let's see. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
Could anyone roll me a spot hidden though?
Sure, let's see if I can actually,
Yeah.
make it this time. Let me clear that last one. Yeah, I made it by 51.
Alright.
Very nice.
No, I don't make mine.
Yeah, I made mine too, Patrick, but not nearly as well.
Alright, so basically here's what happens. You notice by looking at the candles for your light sources that the candles flicker. And if you investigating further, you feel a slight breeze, and going in even further, you can hear if you knock on one of the walls, it appears to be hollow.
Fascinating.
Put
Yeah.
the candle back.
Yeah, maybe we should, but
Passageway here.
Alrighty.
Might help to look for means of opening it. So yeah, let's do that.
Alright, in order to open it, you probably need some pickaxes, or a sledgehammer, or both.
Or a hidden switch.
Hmm?
Looking for a hidden switch.
Yeah,
No, there's no hidden switch. You would have found one, but no.
no. Is there anything in this basement that we can use to smash open these?
Oh god, no, this is like a wine refinery. There will be nothing of that sort.
actually,
Smash the wine bottles!
just
There's
because
there's a utility shed next to Mr. Graves' shack in the paddock. So
Yeah, but if we walk in with sledgehammers or pickaxes, they're gonna think something is up.
yeah, this is
They are-
going to be playing our hand.
actually, the door to the root cellar is actually on the outside of the manor. So we don't have to walk through the house to get there. It's right there.
Well, yeah, let's try that.
Again, I have to remind you that if you ask Graves or even Surford, he'll probably let you do it as long as, this is relevant to your investigation, and he trusts you, he's putting a lot of trust in you, so he's
Well,
willing to put up.
Here's
Yeah, but then maybe somebody might think something up other than him, so they might try and stop us, or might be suspicious that we need all this stuff.
Well, we won't know until we try.
That's-
Yeah.
So one of the things that we can do as well is we can ask Graves if he knows anything about this secret door. All right?
Yeah.
And if we, I'm assuming that we're able to discern the outline of this door because with our candles. Yes?
And the fact that you're feeling a breeze from it.
Patrick?
Yeah? Sorry?
I assume we're able to discern the outline of this door.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Okay. Is there enough room to get a pry bar in there?
No, it's sealed up. Like, basically, if you put your ear and knock, you can see that a certain area is hollowed out. But it's not like a door. It's like it's a wall sealing up something behind it. So there's something behind a wall.
Okay. So looking on the floor in front of this hollow,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like it's been opened at any point or anything
No.
like.
No, it appears to be part of the structure, or it appears to be sealed in and is a normal construction.
Ah, okay. I
There's a
didn't
skeleton with a jester's cap on the other side.
So, okay, so yeah, then we'll talk to Graves, and we'll say, look, we found this, and it won't, obviously, we're using articulate words that are,
To make us sound smart.
That's correct. So it's not Tad doing the talking. I'm just saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, Graves' only question is this going to help with the investigation?
We don't know until we open it.
Hold on a moment. I'll be right back.
All right.
First is Graves.
The answer to that question is yes.
Yes, it will help us with our investigation.
The more information we have, the more we know.
Well, basically, Graves was more than willing to give you tools and even to help you out.
Okay.
He's like, as he's getting his tools, he says, something's not right now.
What do you mean?
The master situation, all that's been going on, it's not right, I tell you.
So, Graves, Mr. Graves, do you know much about this church that's sort of close to the manor? The Church of the Seven Watsits?
It's not of natural make, I can tell you that.
Well, I heard something about a horde of rats that stormed the place about 50 years ago. Do you know anything about that?
There are some things science cannot explain, and I've seen such things.
Right. So, how about you work on that door?
Giuseppe will help. That's the answer.
Giuseppe will give you that.
Yeah. So you don't believe him, what he says, do you?
What? That he's seen things that men are not meant to know?
No, that he's seen some strange stuff.
Well, not really. Because I've heard people on the street say that too.
What about everyone else?
Well, we've seen things the man was not meant to know, from what I recall you saying at the beginning of the game.
Are you afraid of dogs? Not if they don't bite me. She will jump on you.
On a moment.
Maybe one of us should do a psych roll.
She's got a kitty.
Kevin, you need to hit your mute button. Thank you.
Like that.
Exactamundo.
What was I going on about? Kim, do you want to roll a psych roll then?
Sure, I'll roll a psych roll.
Okay, sorry. What did I miss?
Ah, crap. Missed.
Yeah, sorry, what did I miss?
I was doing a psych roll on Grave to see if he's full of shit about seeing grid stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can help there. Well, I could try, but...
No, Lady Lethbridge, unfortunately, is our current expert on crazy people.
Yeah, my psych is 6.
Oops. I don't have Leah to do it on anymore. All right. So.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So let's kick in this door.
Yeah. Kim, did you want to roll your psych roll first?
I did. I missed it.
Oh, okay. So that's bullshit. Okay, so basically, you guys probably work on it for for an hour or two. With Graves helping out and Giuseppe, you basically break through, and it reveals a tunnel.
Hmm. And does the tunnel look? Does it? What was I gonna say?
Does it look natural or hewn?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Does it look natural or does it look
It
like
does look
somebody?
natural. It does look natural.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes forward and arcs a bit to the left, and then keeps going.
Don't believe it.
Is it all cobwebby and nasty, or does it look recently used?
It's cobwebby and nasty. Or probably, well, not even nasty. It seems old. It seems like it's very old.
Well, we should send Giuseppe first. That's the best thing we can do.
So well.
He's done so well
He's
so
a red,
far.
Yes, you've done so
he's
well
a
so
red
far.
shirt for. He's a red shirt for a reason. So why don't
Yeah.
we send him a shirt in?
All right. 1 second there. I have to get some more notes. 1 second here. All right. So as he keeps walking, he finds some writing on the side.
Okay.
Do we know what language?
It appears to be Latin.
Of course it's Latin.
Oh,
I actually know Latin.
At least it's not Greek.
what's your Latin?
My Latin is, I believe, at very, very little. 10.
Oh, mine is 60. So how about I give it a roll?
That's probably a better idea. Yeah.
Romano, go away.
I gotta find that scene to look up that exact quote. Just,
Conjugate the verb. Conjugate the verb.
hey. It can pop up. Ah, crud. Missed it by 17.
I'll give it to you.
Yay.
Yay!
It appears to be a warning. It's saying that anyone who that should turn back, or to beware the evil that lies ahead, and bestowing the blessing of Murpharas upon anyone failing to heed their warning.
Mithras?
Yeah,
Press.
Mithras.
Is it Mithras?
Mithras, yes.
Oh, he
Alright.
tried to spell Christmas.
Do we know who that is off the top of our heads, or would that take a occult or archaeology or anthropology roll, or what?
Not on top of your heads, and probably some few days of library research. But I will say it's irrelevant in this case.
Yeah, because we've got a red shirt in front.
Yeah, we got a red shirt, so.
So you keep sending them forward?
That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, as you keep going forward, you guys find a skeleton. Or remains of some bones, and next to him is a rusty Roman gladius.
Ooh.
What's Gladius?
Ooh.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
How old is this? Wow.
What's with the funny sword? That's a bigger knife than I got.
It's some, probably worth some money. You take it to a museum.
Yeah, well, museums won't pay anything, as far as I know.
Are there any specific markings on it?
It's very rusted. You probably can't tell at this point.
Well, if we get it cleaned up, I can probably give it a somewhat close examination.
If you'd like. So yeah, there's a skeleton. Is there anything else you guys want to do, or no?
Well, we'll have a quick look at it. I mean, someone with the physician skill will have a quick look at it to see how he died, if they can tell.
I have that, although not particularly high.
1 sec. I'll just say by looking at it, you see that it's kind of bite marks. Like you see around the skull there are bite marks.
That pierce the skull.
A dented skull. They don't. Some maybe like a 1 or 2 pierced, but most of it like are dented, or like the bones are gnawed on.
Yummy.
Yeah.
I hesitate to ask this part. Can we tell what made the bite marks?
Teeth size. Is it mice or tigers?
Probably would.
Tiger.
Probably probably that'll be the best you can get out of that.
Yeah, so what kind of tigers would be here in London or whatever or in UK?
Maybe it escaped from the zoo.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Well, I didn't want to say werewolf.
Well, that's that could happen, but tigers in the UK?
You just shut your crazy mouth.
Okay.
You never know. Rich people keep the craziest pets.
Yes, they do.
And
I'm
having a
just
menagerie was a...
So, but no.
So do you guys want to keep going forward or no?
Yeah.
have we snatched up that gladius yet? If not, I'll
I'll say that you guys have it in your possession. Handle with care. It's very rusty. So, as you guys keep heading down the tunnel, you come across the end of it, and it's a wall. It's basically a wall, and on it is a star with an eye in the center. And if there's
Star with an eye, not an eye. Correct?
Yeah. And there are rat holes on the sides. And the mark of the star and the eye is very smudged, but it's visible. And yeah, there are cracks.
Okay.
Roll.
I'm gonna ask Rudard. Is this? Do you recognize this from part of your dream, like these symbols? That's what I asked Rudard. Yeah, that's what I asked you. Just do you recognize some of these symbols from your dreams?
Do I recognize them from my dreams or anywhere else, for that matter? Mr. Keeper.
Keeper?
Sorry?
They're asking you a question.
Oh yeah, the dream thing. No, you didn't see any of these symbols in your dream.
All right.
It was worth a shot. So.
Can I make an occult roll or anything like that?
If you guys so wish.
Okay, I'll make an occult roll.
All right, all you occult monkeys,
Miss
pony up.
I shall do the same.
Yep. Yeah, I make mine.
So, what you gather...
Hold on.
So what you guys find out is that it appears to be a protection ward of some kind. But apparently in its current state, it looks like a broken protection ward now.
Uh-oh. That does not sound good. It really doesn't.
No. By protection ward, would it be... Sorry.
If somebody would have a protection ward, it means that they're trying to keep something out, and now it's something that's coming in. So that's what I...
Well, smudging it took off the protection, so would redrawing it bring the protection back?
No, that would require knowledge of the spell and to recast it all entirely again.
I have a question. Does this smudge marks, or do I recognize them from those from that markings on where the rat hole was and all that stuff? Are they from the same material?
No,
or
different.
Is it...
It's different, completely different.
It was worth a shot.
All right. So, you said that there were lots of little rat holes in this wall. Are we talking tens of rat holes? Are we talking
5 or 6?
Okay. So, we'll get Giuseppe to bend down and look in one of the rat holes.
All right, he does that, and it's I'm assuming he puts his light there. You probably can't really make anything out. It just looks like a tunnel system for rats.
Okay. So the wall, so it doesn't. He can't see through the wall to what's on the other side of the wall through the rat hole.
No.
Okay. Let's look around. This is a very old tunnel. Let's look around and find some big old rocks and stuff them in the rat hole.
Sounds good.
Well, actually, Graves, as you know, he's probably with you guys. He opens up his coat and takes out a stick of dynamite and says, "Maybe we should blow it."
What
Wait,
the
this is
hell?
Okay, what the heck is going on? If you're gonna do that, I'm gonna get the heck away from this tunnel in case it collapses and we're stuck here for a long time.
Hold
on.
I was
What
about to
let's make
suggest
the
that
hole
we
bigger,
talk to
that's great.
Okay.
I was about to suggest that we talk to the Lord of the Manor and find out if he wants to call a museum or something like that to come and preserve this, because it is a valuable find.
Yeah.
I will definitely be making a tracing of that symbol, though.
Be careful you don't smudge it.
This way I'll have
Yeah.
something used as reference material later when I want to look this thing up.
But lighting dynamite with us down underground with the dynamite is not a good idea.
No, Graves actually knows how to handle dynamite, and he could wire it to blow up from a safe distance.
No, I'm not. It was just I don't want this to the whole tunnel to collapse on us.
Right. If we were going to knock this down, we do have picks and things like that too.
All right.
But still, I think I do, unless others are in disagreement, that think that this is something that they might want to preserve, and to contact the Lord of the Manor and see, at least ask him, hey, do you want to contact a museum? There might even be some money in it for him.
Well, what we should do is, we should go talk to the Lord of the Manor and show him show him this signal, and then he can and ask him, does he know anything about this?
All right. So that's the plan. You guys are gonna talk to Shepherd.
That sounds like a good idea.
All right. All right. Let me see here. Does anyone want to roll me a spot hidden roll while you guys are gonna look for a Shepherd?
Sure.
Yeah, I can
Let me
try
share my
that.
last one here. No, I don't see anything.
No, I don't make mine.
Yeah.
I failed mine by 37.
Wow.
Yeah, my spot hidden is
How did I get your spot hidden number, Kevin? Did
I've only
you
got
send that over
one,
here?
but I'll give it a try.
Did you send that crap over here?
Oh, dude! I made my spot hidden.
Yeah.
I made that sucker.
All right. So Kim, you alone see Lucinda crying, but like in her room, like as you guys are like getting scaling up the surfboard, you see her crying by herself.
Hey, my dear, are you all right?
She wipes her face and looks at her and says that she's fine, just fine, ma'am.
Don't bullshit me, dear. We don't cry when we're fine.
I'll try not to, ma'am. It's just that this situation, it's not going well, is it?
So why do you say that? I think it's going swimmingly.
Basically, she lifts her face and says, and looks around and is like, meet me at dawn, and I'll explain to you. I'll explain to you more.
All right. Meet you where?
In my room.
Very well. Doyle.
The easiest way to meet her at dawn in her room is to spend the night.
Yeah.
Now, dear, a lady never tells.
Alrighty. So.
Anyways, oh yeah, so Shepherd, so you guys managed to contact him. He's so basically he's at his study. He's willing to listen to what you have to say.
You should come down to. We found this tunnel, and we would like you to come down and check this out. There's this one signal there that is apparently the seal is broken from a protection ward. Apparently, do you know anything about a protection ward in this manner?
A protection ward? This my man is very old. My father and his father owned this, and this manor has been rebuilt on a previous property. But I have never heard of a signal before.
Let's ask him about it.
Do you mind if we check some of your books about something about? I'm gonna try to look through the books and see if I can find like a protection ward that looks sort of similar from my research. I'm gonna try to find a protection ward or single.
You wouldn't find anything in his books. He doesn't own any occult or knowledge about the house. You would probably have to go to the emporium in town or the library in town.
And the only other person in town that we could ask about it would be what? Yeah, let's go ask the priest about it.
Okay. Before we go gallivanting off, we should probably leave someone in place to discourage any of these little cultists from screwing with that sigil.
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe's eager.
Giuseppe, you're perfect. Here's this dynamite. Okay.
There's a chop.
And you're gonna stand in the middle of the tunnel, and you'll light this candle when someone comes down the tunnel.
Yes.
Yeah, I could.
Chin up.
Yeah,
There's
that's perfect for him.
Chin up, old lad. Oh man, he's our physician too, isn't he?
Oh,
I can pass as a physician.
Yeah, I thought he was an electrician.
Yeah, he was an electrician.
Oh, cool.
All right, so he's expendable. We're good. All right, so Patrick, yeah, we'll leave Giuseppe in place, and we'll tell Graves, and we'll tell damn it, who's the major domo? You've told me like 4 times.
Stark?
Stark?
Alfred?
Yeah,
Bueller.
Alfred. Bueller. So, yeah, we'll tell Alfred and we'll tell Graves that, we think that this thing, that what's at the bottom of this tunnel, is associated with what's happened to the Master, Vader. And we will, we're going to leave Giuseppe here to help protect it, but at the same time, if you could help maybe protect it, that would be good too.
Yeah, so they understand your orders, and yeah.
Just so I know, roughly what time of the day is this? Roughly.
It'll probably be noon by now.
Okay, so we could check we can go to that library or somewhere or that place you told us to, then would they be open around this time?
Yeah, the library would. Yeah, it would be.
Okay, we should go do that. If that's okay with everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go do some research on both the name that you guys got in Latin, Mithras, and knowledge, or sorry, local history. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, my local history is not that great.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, history. Oh, I actually do have a bit of history.
Well, I just have the base chance. I think my best thing is yeah, I have a good library use, so we could probably go to the. We should go to the library and maybe check that out.
Yeah.
Mine's pretty decent too. I should probably accompany you, though. I don't think mine's as good as yours.
Mine's a 65.
Yeah, yours is 10. You have 10 on me.
Yeah, my library use is 65.
Yeah. So you guys, even though it'll probably be just a piss willy library, it'll have most of the local history. And from the look of it, we're looking all the way back to Roman times as to what it was that they locked up here.
Guys, all we need to do is find their copy of the Necronomicon. You know, every library has one.
That's right, and our problems are solved.
Yeah, our problems are solved.
Yes.
So the other thing is, I would still like to check out that church.
Yeah, we could check it out after we check the library out.
Well, the library itself, we're going to be there for possibly hours, maybe days, depending on how difficult it is to locate this information.
It might be good to hit that church first, especially since the cultists probably aren't there right now because they're busy working.
That's the theory.
And hey, maybe the book and knife are stashed there at the moment.
Or maybe we'll get lucky and they'll have a big old sigil up on the friggin' wall.
A sigil that, when translated from Latin, says, "We're totally not cultists, guys. Honest."
Yeah, it's not us, dude.
Yeah.
This is the real killer here.
That's right.
Look for this
Look
guy.
the other way.
All right. So yeah, let's go seize the chicken.
Alright, so library first, I'm assuming?
Yes.
No, we're doing the church first and then the library.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is the library from the church?
Let me see. Library from church. Getting to the library would probably take you 30 minutes. Going to the church would probably roughly take you about the same time.
Okay.
Well, how will this is a suggestion. If it's sort of in the same area, half of us can go to the library, half of us can go to the.
What have I told you about splitting the party?
This is a horrible, horrible plan, and I'm not proud to be part of it.
I said it was just a suggestion.
I'm fine with this plan as long as I'm in the party that's going to the library.
Wait, no. You want to go towards the danger. Books are the greatest enemy in Call of Cthulhu.
So, yeah, all of you guys that decided to bring lots and lots of guns, now's the time to put them to put them in your coats.
Yeah, I should probably get the shotgun.
Yeah, I should get my my hand. I'll put it in my coat.
My special
my revolver. I'll put that in my coat.
And of course,
for shotguns, regular or sawed-off?
I believe the shotgun I have was just a normal double-barreled shotgun.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough.
Which, granted, that's going to be a lot harder to take around and conspicuously, but we're heading off the beaten path, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Well, to be fair, you could probably carry it in a normal gun case, like you know those leather casings they used to carry around. And the shotgun, if you can put that in there, it would probably be considered normal around here. You know. I mean, this is
with that.
It's a wooded area, carrying around a shotgun. They'll probably assume you're out hunting or going hunting or shooting or something. So it wouldn't be so suspicious.
Go with that. Make sure to have my cane with me, of course, because that's also a nice weapon to have.
Yeah. It's a very nice weapon.
We'll also bring
So-
little lanterns with us as well, Patrick, just in case.
Alright, yeah. So it seems like you're all prepared, so you're all... So, I'm sorry, but, so are you guys splitting up or not splitting up?
Not
Ooh.
We're
splitting
not splitting
up.
up, I guess.
No, we are not.
Alright.
You can't
today.
do that to me, Patrick.
I have to.
First, you want to have one of our cohorts use dynamite, and now you want to split the party.
I've
Not
heard
happening, sir.
I've heard too many horror stories to begin with, so we split the party.
Yes,
Except for Giuseppe. We're leaving Giuseppe behind.
that's correct. That's
You
right.
can have Giuseppe.
But it's not really an even split, so.
Alright.
I mean,
Sorry?
I would like to have Giuseppe as our bullet shield, but you know, you can't have everything.
Alright. What was I gonna say? Alright. So as you guys head to the church, you guys see it, and it's a very old building. It's decayed. The windows are cracked and broke. What are they called? The windows and the glass windows that the church usually has are broken, and some are sealed off, some aren't. It's covered by a metal fence, which is rusted. It looks very in shambles. The front gate, kind of is like open, but as the wind pushes it by, it squeezes. It sounds out loudly. And yeah.
Okay.
Also, it says Church on Starry Wisdom on the front.
Very handy.
All right. So, are we gonna? We'll have a quick look on the outside. Does it look like people have been coming in and out of the place?
Give me a spot hidden.
Sure.
Okay, let's see what I can see.
Or a track. Spot hidden track would do as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
which track? My spot hidden.
Got it.
I failed by 1.
I'll let you have it. So basically, it does seem that it has seen some people come and go.
All right. Follow to where it is that they usually go through the gate,
Okay.
and go through there in single file.
Hide our
very
numbers.
In a cone-shaped formation.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, basically, it's, so, the church, there's the front of the church, and that seems where, people have been entering in. Do you guys enter? I'm assuming you guys enter, right?
Oh,
Yep.
yes.
Just so I know, is there only one entrance into this church, or is there a back door?
It appears to be only one entrance.
Okay.
We're also
That's-
following. We're also following some of the tracks to see where it is that they go in.
So, as you guys enter inside, so you basically see the remains of the Catholic Church. There are pews on the side, most of them rotten or torn apart. There is an altar in front of you, down in the room. On the right and left, there appears to be some closets, and the whole place looks very well beat up and looks very run down.
Let's all go to the basement.
Let's all go to the basement.
So check out the confessionals real quick to see if anybody's hiding in there.
Yeah.
That would be those closets you described.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really see anybody there at all.
Now, just so I know this church, does it look like is there like an upper floor?
No, it appears to be one floor.
Okay.
So there's no basement?
No, it doesn't look like it appears to have a basement.
No
Okay.
belfry.
Unless you got, well, from where you're standing, it doesn't appear to have a basement at all, so unless you look in more further.
Okay.
Look further.
So yeah, let's see where these dirty cultists have been going.
Yeah. Ooh.
So follow their dirty tracks, and see where it is that they go in the church, Patrick.
Mm-hmm. Well, someone's phone went on. Alright. So, as you guys keep walking, to the altar, you see a dried up, you see a kind of a corpse of a dog with its intestines and its head missing.
Fresh?
It's dried.
Yeah, you said dried up
Dried up.
with its intestines missing
Yeah, and its head.
and its head.
Oh, that's
Can you
pretty
see what
nasty.
color it was? Was it like a black dog or anything?
Brown dog.
Brown dog?
Uh-huh. Also, I may mention that the entire place looks stripped of Christian symbols. Or, sorry, Catholic symbols.
Same.
Desanctified, huh? Okay.
All right.
Let's see if we can't track down the basement.
First roll, give me a spot hidden.
Sure.
Alright,
Yeah, let's do that.
where's my dice? Here they are. Clear the last one.
I make
Hey.
mine.
Made
Alright.
it by 9.
Wow.
So looking,
I didn't
so
make it.
looking, so if you look around the altar, you find a hidden switch.
With a flick of the switch, I flick it with one of my knives.
As you do, you hear a click, and then a trap door, kind of opens up from like behind the altar, and yeah, it reveals a set of stairs.
Oh.
Basement, baby, let's go. Giuseppe, where are you when we need you?
Yeah,
Darn it.
where's the Seppi when we need him?
All right. I nominate.
How about you go, Tad, first? That seems
Oh,
like a good
fine.
idea.
I'm fine with that. I'm okay. I'm okay being the most expendable.
Oh, don't think that way, dear. You're not expendable. You're a good servant.
I know. Julian, could you bring your lamp over here so I have some good light?
Sure thing.
Yeah, push him in.
I shall destroy you.
Yes, you will. But you will do it from the bottom of the ladder.
It's a set of stairs.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I got the impression it was a ladder, Patrick.
No, it's a set of stairs.
Okay. All right. So I push him down the stairs.
Alright.
We tumble and
alright.
fall.
Yeah. So as you tumble and fall downstairs into there, so you basically see the area is strongly constructed of stone, looking like pre-existing Roman foundation. It is very cool and quiet, and it's very dark except for the light that you have with you.
All right. So,
Okay.
do you see anything at the bottom of the stairs, Julian?
No, just so
You're
I...
a person here who's asking after you. Why don't you come down here? And
Is there any way we can sort of set up, because thrill going down here, maybe we should try and see if have a, sort of like a trap so we know, or something to tell us in case somebody tries to go down?
I don't like. How would you want to do that exactly?
Mm. I just thought I don't know.
Should we leave someone up here to watch?
Yeah, we can do
With a
that.
gun.
Someone with a gun.
I have a gun.
Are you any good with it?
I don't remember.
You don't.
Well, that's still
Interesting
Hale.
answer.
Well, I haven't had cause to use it for over a year, so.
All right.
Well, my handgun is about 50, so I
Um,
kind of want to go down there, but
yeah.
Well, my rifle is 70, so what the hell? I'll stay.
Crap. All right. So we'll
You
all
wanna
head
say?
down there. We'll all head down there then, Patrick.
All right. So as you guys go down there, you basically get to see more light. So what you see is very unusual. So you see a podium with a book on it and a few pews.
Pew pew
You
pew.
see some like pedestals more on the side with various monsters. At least from your eyes, it looks like various different carvings. And in the left-hand corner, there appears to be a wooden statue of this kind of very interesting like thing with a squid-like face and wings on the back, and it's made out of wood.
All right. So let's go over and look at that book.
yeah, I'm actually gonna read that book.
Yeah. There's also a bit of a bookshelf on the side. And hold on, I'm just trying to get everything out that what you guys can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I get? Is there any descriptive markings on the book's cover?
Hold on. You got hold on, before I get there. You'll also find a whole bunch of bones in a pile together.
Chicken bones?
No,
Of course.
human bones and some smaller bones like that would seem of smaller animals.
Possibly chickens.
Oh dear.
You mean like maybe rat bones?
That may be a possibility.
Fresh or kind of, old.
They look well cleaned.
Okay.
Okay.
Still dripping in saliva?
No. So you were asking about the book?
Yeah. Any descriptive markings that would tell what is any titles or markings on the book?
Give me an occult roll.
Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, I make it.
You recognize it as a copy of John Dee's edition of the Necronomicon.
Hmm. Should I read it? That's the question.
You should return
Yeah.
it to the library since we're
Well,
going.
bye,
this
Frederick.
way.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
You should look to see what library it belongs to, and we should return it immediately.
Yeah. I'll try. Is there any markings of what library it's from?
No.
All right. So,
I'm not touching that book. That's the one thing that it's freaking me out right now.
Yeah. So, hold on a sec. So basically, also, if you look on the bookshelves, there's a bottle holding several handcuffs of red powder. There's a large container of clear liquid, a bottle of clear amber liquid, a 16 one-gallon jars of fluid resembling blood, a copy of Panaetic scripture, and a jar containing pickled snakes. and a wooden box.
I'll read those scrolls then.
Hold on. There's also an untitled diary, a collective of human Catholic paperbacks that were burned, and you find an opaque jar of opium powder. And lastly, you find the dynamics of an asteroid by Dr. James Moriarty.
So first things first, grab the fucking diary. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it a diary of some guy who died 200 years ago, or is it a diary of a guy who seems to be still writing in it?
It appears to be a recent diary, and it appears to be Stark's diary.
Fucking score.
I'm gonna read that. I'm gonna read it. I don't care. I'm gonna read that diary.
All right. Give me a stand check.
He seems to be working on some sort of power armor.
Let's see. I make mine.
All right. So basically, this is a journal of Stark on how he met the Cthulhu cult in the Pacific, and how he's dealt with the Deep Ones and their hybrid spawn ever since to his profit. It also reveals that he's on a mission from someone he refers to as the Old Man to destroy the home of his family.
Okay. So we now have evidence of who really did the killing, I'm sure.
Yes. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's evidence of motive.
Yeah.
Is there time to carve
Just
anything
what
into
they
that
got
wood
on
instead?
Mr. Brother.
So how does it stand up in court if he stabbed a deep one? Because they're not really people. They're not protected by our laws. So technically it wasn't a killing, it was an ending. So, okay. Alright, so unfortunately someone has to switch places with Miss Lethbridge because she has to have a look at these bottles of chemical what's-its.
I hand her the bottles.
You're actually going to take them and pass them up to me?
Yeah, I'll go up there.
Okay. All right.
Can I carve something into that wooden statue?
If you want to leave a presence.
What?
If you want to leave your presence behind and let the cultists know you were here.
Dude,
Well,
we're
we're
taking
all-
their
taking-
diary.
Yeah, we're taking stuff, you know. I just wanted to write in greetings from the Rusty Peter and sign it Captain Ben and leave it.
Yeah. Freak them out, why don't you?
Heck, while we're at it, we might as well snag the Necronomicon so they can't do anything else with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said I'll maybe when you go to the library we could just stay here. Unless they might think we stole it, but then
Either way, it's important that it's
such
out
a
of
rare
their hands.
book. People
Yeah.
are not to,
So yeah, snatch that up so they can't use it anymore.
Yeah, we're kind of gonna burn this place down. I'm just saying.
It's made of rock.
Kill it with fire.
Fire.
It's made of rock.
Fire good.
but
Then we
but
make
could-
stronger
but we could
fire.
Yeah, but we could burn down the. I don't know if we should, I shouldn't go there.
Guys, there are plenty of pews here we can set fire to.
And depending on what's in those jars. I mean, I'm carrying a drugstore with me.
Right. I always rely on you for the best drugs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad, kids.
Yes, they are.
Don't do them.
Don't do drugs.
So,
And so I do a chemistry roll on whatever this stuff is.
yeah.
All right. So basically, you find some sulfuric acid, Basically,
Uric acid.
yeah.
Good thing I never drank that.
You find a handful of red powder, which kind of deteriorates the mind-ish. It basically is a hallucinogenic. Um, You have basically, you basically find alchemical fluid, which, when added to blood, in the ratio of 1 cup of liquid to 10 gallons of blood, prevents clotting and preserves the blood for several weeks. Yeah. 3 pints of the fluid remain. Basically, what the fluid resembling blood is not blood. It appears to be used to prevent from clotting and getting bad. So it is blood, but it's been mixed in with that amber fluid to prevent from going bad. Yeah, and some pickled snakes, which is common in Chinese medicine.
I love pickled snakes.
And they basically find an entire jar of opium.
So they were really fucking with him. All right. So
let's take these with us.
Well, as you do that, you hear a lot of squeaking, or human-like squeaking. A lot.
Oh, bollocks.
Coming from where?
Coming from appears to be from cracks in the wall and from upstairs.
Okay, let's make a retreat and let's sprinkle some highly explosive stuff behind us as we go.
So, yeah, time to leave.
Yes.
We
very quickly.
What we're gonna do, Patrick, is we're going to make use of some of the sulfuric acid you have so kindly produced for us. We'll take some of it, throw it on the walls, get the hell out of there.
Maybe throw it on that statue, too.
Yeah. Alright. As you do that, yeah, so you guys make it upstairs and the squeaking grows louder.
Alright. Now I take one of our spare lanterns.
Throw it.
Throw it down there.
And run like hell.
And we get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Alright.
We run.
Alright, as you guys all run out, you're immediately surrounded by men in robes, holding shotguns, rifles, and one man in particular who's wearing a very long overcoat and is holding a Mauser at you, who you recognize as former Colonel Sebastian Morin.
Uh-oh.
Who would that be?
Just wait. And they're basically holding their guns at you, saying to put down your guns and stay where you are.
All right.
Have we made it out of the church by this time?
Yes, you're out of the church, and the rats have kindly formed a group and are keeping you from going back into the church, and the men with guns are all around the church, kind of keeping you, cornered.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm going to take my most explosive chemical, tell them exactly what it is, tell them if they don't back the fuck off, I'm going to blow us all up.
More specifically, she's going to blow up your copy of the Necromonicon.
Oh yes, that too.
Kim, you're automatically hit with something.
With something.
In the back of your neck. Or on the sides, I should say.
Could I see? Am I in good position to actually try and see what hit her?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I thought we were all in a group.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here, Patrick.
How is somebody getting to me? How is somebody getting close enough to me to hit me?
Apparently, I think you're hit with something a dart.
A dart.
Yeah.
All right. So, how's the fire in the church going?
It's you lit the pews on fire and probably the statues on fire, but the entire building's made out of stone, so you didn't really burn down the church
Oh, you
yet.
said the basement was made out of stone, not
Yeah, I
the church.
know. No, the church. No. Oh, sorry. The bottom of the church is going that way. The top of the church is slowly catching on fire, but it's getting there.
Okay.
Somebody might want to point out to them that their church is on fire.
Yeah. Anyways, they don't care.
Okay. So, is Amelia affected by something here at this point?
Yeah. Basically, they hit her with some kind of sleep potion.
Okay. So, what happens to her, Patrick? I need details.
Oh, sorry. She slowly becomes drowsy, and Sebastian Bourne signals.
Okay, so before she becomes drowsy, right?
Yeah.
I take the chemical and I take the book and I say, the next guy who does that. Sorry, got to do it in Tad's voice.
Yeah.
Whatever. When one of you wankers does that again, your book gets it right. I wipe my butt on these things. Oh, that was more southern. And I is not afraid to blow your wanking book up. God, I keep slipping into southern. This all okay. So, do any of them react at all?
Basically, Sebastian Bourne just chuckles and says, just look at him trying to act tough. Apparently the book is not important. Like they don't that's not the point.
Okay.
You
So
obviously sort of trespassed in their area, but
so I'm going to throw the book on the ground. Throw the chemical, right? And when it goes up, use that as a distraction to get the fuck out of here.
All right. Steve, sorry, Tad. Steve.
Yeah.
I will warn you. There's a lot of guys, and doing that, they will probably shoot you. So you'll probably all die in a brutal gunfire.
Hey, what did I do?
Well, Patrick, there's not a lot of options here.
yeah.
Because Tad isn't about to be taken by a bunch of cultists that apparently can sneak up behind us in broad daylight. So
Who's this Sebastian fellow, anyway?
He's the second most dangerous man in London.
If you say so.
I do say so. Anyways, so you're leaving me. So you're basically saying Thad is willing to die getting shot by a bunch of cultists?
pretty much, dude. You've surrounded us, and nobody seems to care. So so Tad is very survivalist, and he's a gang member. So he's mostly like, there's plenty of cover around here, and the way he's looking at it is, while they're worried about their stupid little book that just gets blown into smithereens, and the distraction of the explosion gets the fuck out.
You're leaving me with a difficult way.
Yeah.
Basically, you will die. You know that, right? They will kill you.
I am playing to my character, dude. I know that you're about to kill me. I am fine with that.
All right. So
I
basically,
don't think the rest of the party should have to suffer, however.
all right. So is everyone okay? Like, how is everyone else reacting?
I'm shocked, but
Well,
I don't.
I was thinking about throwing that hallucinogenic powder at them. So
I'm ready to go with
it looks like I'm willing to do a Hail Mary as well.
You're gonna go out and blaze a glory as well?
I said do a Hail Mary. I'm not. There's nothing glorifying about this. It's just to hope and pray.
Alright, so, okay, I'm sorry. I thought you meant, I don't know football. I'm sorry.
That's all
Actually,
right.
the hallucinogenic powder is not a bad idea.
Well, they used it against you guys. Some guy used a dart.
Yeah,
But that
I
was a
think
sleeping hallucinogenic thing.
There's a lot of guys. There's like a shit ton.
well,
More than 4. Okay.
my character right now is willing to cooperate with them, and he'll tell everything that he knows. Because my character isn't willing to basically go out in a firefight. He's just
Um,
I'm going to find something else. That's what my character is basically like.
Oh, I know. So basically, is everyone else surrendering except Steve? That's my question.
no, I would probably mutter to people who look like they're about to start attacking that we might be able to find a way out later on that we don't exactly have now.
Could I try and look and see if I can find anything like any marking symbols on their robes? See if what kind of stuff that what kind of are they actually from the Cthulhu cult or?
You can't tell. Their robes seem very bland and they just seem like simple colored robes.
Okay.
Alright. So.
Alright, so Steve, here's what happens. Sebastian Morens basically shoots you faster than you can actually use that liquid of yours. Because he's ridiculously good at his gun skill. Like, it's even a special ability. And basically, you get shot down very painfully.
Okay.
I don't know. So yeah, you probably won't die instantly, but you're probably gonna bleed out.
Patrick, if he doesn't kill me instantly, then the book is fucked.
Okay, fine, and you die instantly.
Yeah.
And, yeah. You die, and basically they take you guys captive, and they kind of tie you up, and Steve, the rats from the church come out and start devouring your corpse.
Yeah, baby! I hope I taste bad, you son of a bitches.
Choke on me!
Alright. So then, basically, they kind of knock you out, more or less. And then it becomes... So then, you guys kind of start getting your senses back around nighttime, and they seem to have a little bonfire going.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, so basically they kind of pick you guys, and they bring you to, like, they're taking you back into, like, close to the bonfire, and apparently the cultists are bringing a man out.
Do we?
Hold on. He appears to have wearing a frock coat, walking with a cane, and has a white hair and a very thin smile. And he introduces himself as Professor James Moriarty. And that is where we're ending.
Alright. I have something I have to go take care of, like I had said before, so I'm gonna have to drop from the call right away.
Go ahead. We're done.
Okay. Good night.
Man, he's gonna miss so much.
So did you catch that, Mike?
All I heard was that Steve is dead.
Tad is dead.
Well, it turns out our intrepid band of heroes met Professor James Moriarty.
Mm.
Where the fuck is Sherlock Holmes?
He's
Is
turning
he
over
really
to the
shows
side.
up?
He's
I thought
dressing
he
up
would,
like a beggar and winking at random hooligans on the street. That's what it is.
I mean, he should have like been one of the monks pulling back his robe, saying, "Ha ha."
Oh.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be
That's
like,
going to be the
"How you
solution to
doing?"
the cliffhanger at the beginning of the next episode.
Hey, spoilers.
Great. Thanks,
Uh,
Matt.
We're all gonna die.
All right.
No,
you guys
just,
have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually really, really good.
Yeah. Steve, you really put me on the spot.
No, dude, you have to understand, right? When you play a character, you have to play it, right? Tad is not one who's going to surrender. He's not. So
I know.
shooting him dead is fine with me.
Yep. When you're running a game, you always, if you're going to put somebody in that situation, you have to accept that there's always a risk. You're going to have a TPK, and that's going to be the end.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. I just always like to give my characters or players a fair chance.
Oh, that was a completely fair chance.
I'm sure Steve had it coming. I mean, his character.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, if James had been here, then I would have been safe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true.
My God, you guys really know how to gum up my works.
You knew that going in, Patrick.
That's right.
You knew better.
Well, so come back next week and play Aaron's character then.
Sure. If you want me to switch gears, that's no problem.
Unless Aaron comes back.
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath at this point. He would have said something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Stranger
Sure,
things have
that's no
happened.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I'm uniquely suited to his character, seeing as I am an electrician.
Ooh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So funny stuff. That's my angle. That was my angle the whole time. His character had more points.
Yeah.
He had GM favoritism.
Yeah. Anyways, I hope that you guys all enjoy the game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it tonight. It was really good.
Okay, dude. I have to drop, so I will talk to you guys later.
Thanks,
Uh-huh.
Patrick. Thanks, everybody, for playing. And we will see you guys next Saturday night. So, thanks, everybody, for watching.
Excellent. Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Patrick.
Bye.
No problem.
Bye.